Hello and welcome to this poster overview, Healthcare Cybersecurity Pathways, Technology Badges, Certificates, and Degrees. I'm Dr. Andrew Wright from the University of Louisville, and on behalf of my colleagues, Dr. Sharon Kerrick and Dr. Adel Elmaghraby, it's my pleasure to review this poster with you today. First, let me explain how our program came into being. The NCAEC Program Office in 2020 solicited responses to fund 3 certificate-based workforce development pilots that would hopefully increase the number of qualified cybersecurity professionals in the nation. Each of the programs were asked to focus on a specific workforce sector and to engage with industry partners when developing these programs. The curricula developed were also required to incorporate topics on cutting-edge technologies, not traditionally considered part of the cybersecurity core areas. These would include modules on artificial intelligence, robotic process automation, data mining, and the like. During the pilot program, our programs were directed to focus on providing training primarily to transitioning military, first responders, and veterans that may be transitioning to cyber-oriented work roles. The program office asked us to create coalitions of at least 3 CAEC institutions which were awarded grants for 2 to 3 years in fall 2020. The 3 coalitions are led by the University of West Florida, Purdue University Northwest, and our program at the University of Louisville. This poster focuses on our University of Louisville-led coalition, which we refer to as the Healthcare Cybersecurity Pathways Coalition. This coalition initially consisted of the University of Louisville, of course, and our partners at the University of Arkansas at Little Rock, the University of North Florida, the Bluegrass Community and Technical College, the Owensboro Community and Technical College, both of which are part of the Kentucky Community and Technical College system, and a West Coast partner in the City University of Seattle, which serves as a coalition partner liaison. The coalition was recently awarded 3rd-year funding from the National Program Office and is expanding to include additional colleges and universities, including City University of New York, Hood College, Kennesaw State University, Kentucky State University, and Northwest Missouri State University. This expansion includes several minority-serving institutions and historically Black colleges and universities that will participate with us in Train the Trainer sessions so that they may customize the curriculum that we've developed during the pilot program and begin delivering the content to their constituents. The initial workforce sector that our coalition focused on is healthcare, and the curriculum includes real problems, data sets, challenges, and solutions directly from our healthcare industry partners. As part of our 3rd-year award, our coalition will adapt the curriculum to address the cybersecurity needs of the logistics sector. Faculty from our University of Louisville Logistics and Distribution Institute will work with new industry partners to adapt and validate the revised curriculum. Our program consists of a 6-month experience that is divided into 3 8-week levels: Explorer, Practitioner, and Professional. The program is delivered fully online in an asynchronous format. Participants only need a GED and 4+ years of work experience, though that may be offset by additional education. Each of our participants begins the program by completing a World of Work inventory, WOWI, which is the world's first empirically based, fully integrated, multidimensional career assessment. And once complete, they have the opportunity to review it with our cybersecurity career specialist from the City University of Seattle. Instructors are present, even though the course is delivered asynchronously, to provide support for each module, including holding regular office hours so that students may drop in and ask questions about any of the hands-on labs or applied learning activities. And the instructors also perform the assessments, formative and summative, with the students. In addition, our program has hired success coaches that are engaged to connect the learners to wraparound services that they might need to be successful academically, personally, and professionally. These success coaches act as the primary points of contact that the learners can count on throughout their entire programming experience. Each of the participants is also encouraged to engage in some friendly cohort competition through gamification in our smartphone app. The app presents learners with questions related to curriculum content, and they can compete against each other in a little bit of friendly competition to stay on top of the leaderboard. In addition to this, cybersecurity tutors are available to help our learners, particularly with the hands-on labs, but any questions that they may have about the content as well can be helped by the tutors. We recruited some of our tutors through our undergraduate programs of study here at the University of Louisville, including a service learning component in an undergraduate computer science course. We've also hired other individuals that have been recruited by our Coalition Partner Schools faculty and industry partners as needed to provide additional support. The first group of our 30 to 35 member participant cohorts launched in fall 2021, and our fifth cohort of the initial pilot began this March and is scheduled to complete late summer or early fall. Approximately 200 military veterans and first responders received scholarships through the gracious support of the National Centers of Academic Excellence Program Office, and this allowed them to enter the program with full support, not having to pay any tuition as part of the pilot. As we complete this fifth cohort, we now have a waiting list of over 75 individuals that are interested in our third year offering. Next, let's review admissions to our program. On the left, we see admissions by ethnicity, and on the right, admissions by industry. You can see that the majority of our admissions are from participants that identify as white. A significant percentage, however, are Black or African American at 20%. A smaller percentage are Asian. A smaller percentage still are American Indian. 5% identify as Hispanic or Latino, and 15% chose not to respond to the ethnicity question. When we break down admissions by industry, you can see that we have a significant number of law enforcement participants, 15%, a smaller number of firefighters, 911 dispatchers, and EMTs, 1%, 1%, and 3% respectively. Active service members and transitioning service members, 5% and 5% each. Our largest group comes from veterans that are transitioning into cyber-related workforce, or at least that's their goal. 13% are IT professionals in this version of the curriculum. Most of them are healthcare professionals in the IT side of the operation. And 17% come from other industries, and 11% are unemployed. Next, let's look a little bit deeper at the design of the curriculum. So as I mentioned, this program is offered over 6 months and is divided into 3 levels: the Explorer level, the Practitioner level, and the Professional level. Each of these is delivered over 8 weeks in the pilot program, and you can see the modules at the Explorer level begin with IT basics, network foundations, coding, which is Python based in our program, database management, privacy, legal foundations and ethics, security principles and foundations, cryptography, and artificial intelligence. You notice the ones that are highlighted here in this red color with an asterisk. These are the ones that we identified as cutting edge technology topics that again are not commonly found in cybersecurity core program offerings. You'll notice at the top we also list some of the badges that our students earn along the way at this level. We'll see a longer list of those in a moment. When the students complete the Explorer level, they advance then to the Practitioner level, and in this part of the program, the middle part, the students are introduced to cloud foundations, network security, a foundational information security course, cyber threat hunting, forensics, cognitive computing, data mining, and blockchain. Once the students complete the Practitioner level, they move on to the Professional level, and in this level of the program, students are introduced to modules on database security, cloud security, the Internet of Things, in this context, the Internet of Medical Things primarily, post-quantum cryptography, risk analysis, robotic process automation analysis, and a healthcare capstone project. The design of the curriculum is competency-based, with our industry partners co-constructing the competency domains as well as validating the competency achievements to ensure that the learning is systematic, industry relevant, and evidence-based. In addition to the purpose-built learning activities of the coalition, the curriculum also builds technical skills by assigning technology vendor certificates and badges, micro-credentials, that complement the course materials as homework exercises within each level of the program. These micro-credentials include top technology vendors such as Google, IBM, and Microsoft. A list of some, certainly not all, of the included micro-credentials, digital badges include Cisco's Intro to Cybersecurity, Google Analytics for Beginners, IBM Blockchain Essentials, Enterprise Design Thinking, IBM's Introduction to Cloud, Watson Studio Essentials, and then a series from Microsoft, including How to Analyze Data with Power BI, an Introduction to Azure IoT, Microsoft's Cloud Security course, Microsoft's Fundamentals of Network Security, Getting Started with AI on Azure, and an RPA course, Automate Processes with RPA and Power Automate Desktop. In addition, we have a competency mapping. This is actually interactive on the web, so the poster doesn't really do it justice. If you're accessing the electronic version, you can click this image and it'll take you to the live site. And the URL has been shortened here, as you can see at the bottom of this. Let's see if I click it, if it will actually pop up on the screen that I'm recording. And it looks like, of course, it's not going to do that. Let's proceed. Digital badges and degree pathways. Throughout the program, the students are given the opportunity to earn several digital badges, micro-credentials from our technology vendors. This allows the students to develop knowledge, skills, and experience, as well as to build credentials that demonstrate workforce skills to employers. These digital badges are often provided in a way that students can incorporate directly onto their social media profile, primarily their LinkedIn profile, with metadata that is searchable so that employers can find potential employees that have the skills that they're looking for. Upon completion of this program, the students do earn a Cybersecurity Workforce Development Certificate, which is non-academic. They're not earning college credit in our program with these modules. But at the end, they are also issued a coalition badge. You can see the visual design of the coalition badge here. This concluding digital badge demonstrates that the earners have achieved foundational cybersecurity knowledge, skills, and abilities, again, related to the curriculum design that we just went through. Because our program is interested in degree pathways as well, once students complete this Workforce Development Certificate program, those that are interested are certainly encouraged to consider continuing their studies through our Coalition Pathways to Success that offer several cybersecurity related degrees from the associate's level all the way up to a doctorate in computer science from our coalition partner schools. So some of our schools offer cybersecurity boot camps. There are graduate certificates that are academic in nature. We have, as I said, an associate's degree or two, a bachelor's program, so you can earn a Bachelor of Science in cybersecurity or computer information systems with a track in cybersecurity, for example, Masters of Science in cybersecurity. And for some of our participants, this would be a viable next step. Even though many of our participants came in without having advanced degrees or bachelor's degree, only a high school education or a GED perhaps, we did have several IT professionals that joined the program that were interested in beefing up their cybersecurity skills. And for many, a degree is definitely a viable next step for them. This is actually clickable in the electronic version. And again, I've provided a shortcut URL if you want to see what our digital badge looks like. We are deploying this through the Credly platform, Credly Acclaim, which is one of the most popular platforms for delivering digital badges and micro-credentials. We'd like to end with acknowledgements. So our coalition is definitely indebted to the first cohorts of students that went through our pilot. It is truly a pilot program. The feedback that they provided us during the pilot has been invaluable in assisting us with better aligning our content to the needs of workforce learners. We've learned some lessons along the way. It's difficult to really do justice to some of the cutting edge topics that the program office wanted us to incorporate into a workforce development focused certificate program. But one of the great things about the content that has been created, which by the way will definitely be made available to everyone, there's a note on this side of the poster, all of our coalitions, not just the University of Louisville, but all of our coalitions as part of this grant, the curricula will be made available in the NCAE resources directory, made available for 1 year at least to designated and candidate NCAC institutions, and will also be in our case, provided to the public via the Clark Project. If you're not familiar with the Clark Project, great repository for open educational resources in cybersecurity. It's great for us to see the success that our first certificate earners are having in the workforce. And we're grateful to our industry advisory board for ensuring that our curriculum content is relevant and meaningful so that they can have, in many cases, a successful first step into the workforce in cybersecurity. Among our industry advisory board participants that kind of went above and beyond, we would like to really do a shout out here to Baptist Health, Humana, both of which are headquartered here in Louisville, Kentucky, IBM. Their support has been very helpful as well. The University of Louisville has a IBM Skills Academy partnership, which includes cybersecurity as an area. If you're interested, learn more from IBM. And our Fort Knox Regional Development Alliance, also very helpful as we went through the process of validating our curriculum and helping connect students, upcoming job fair, and so on. A particular shout out, however, must go to Michael Erickson, who's the Chief Information Security Officer for Baptist Health. He really stepped up when we were working on the healthcare capstone project. His support really helped make that capstone very relevant to the healthcare industry, and we're grateful for all of our industry advisory board members and their support. For more information, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. Again, I've provided a shortcut URL here that'll take you to our website, but you can reach out to any of us on the project. From the University of Louisville side, Dr. Kerrick is the PI, Dr. Elmaghraby and myself, Andrew Wright, are co-PIs, and we are all with the Digital Transformation Center and our own academic departments. Dr. Kerrick is in the College of Education and Human Development. Dr. Elmaghraby is with the Speed School of Engineering, and I am in the College of Business. And you can reach out to us with our University of Louisville email addresses. Mine is simple, andrew.wright@louisville.edu. But again, you can follow any of these shortcut links to find us as well. I thank you for reviewing our poster and wish you an excellent CAE Community Symposium.